Hello, my name is John Cipolla, Program Manager with the Rhode Island Council on Problem Gambling and co-founder, along with Nancy Murray, of the Problem Gambling Services Treatment Program here in Rhode Island. We welcome you to the 2025 Problem Gambling Awareness Month Mentor Challenge here in Rhode Island. This webinar and video will take you through various topics and issues having to do with the history of gambling in Rhode Island, problem gambling, responsible gambling. You'll hear from various experts and stakeholders in this subject, including people with lived experience. We hope you enjoy it, and we hope that you learn from it. Bally's Casino, located in Lincoln and Tiverton, has beautiful facilities in both areas. Bally's Twin River in Lincoln is a state-of-the-art casino, food hall, restaurants, table games, entertainment, hotel. It's a full-service, world-class casino here in Lincoln, Rhode Island. But did you know that horse racing went on in that same location all the way back to 1947? It was called Lincoln Downs. And from 1947 to 1976, it was a horse racing track. That grandstand that you see right there is the exact spot that Bally's Casino sits today. In 1976, Lincoln Downs closed, but reopened in June of 1977 as Lincoln Greyhound Park, also known as the Track, almost exclusively known as the Track. This was a dog racing facility and very similar as far as betting style to horse racing. You went to bet on the dogs. It was win, place, show, quinellas, perfectas, trifectas. The terminology and the way you placed the bet was very similar. A lot of you know about the track. A lot of you know about dog racing. Some of you don't and may find it pretty surprising. An interesting phenomenon here in Rhode Island is the term "the track" is still very much used. Many people who go to Bally's Casino in Lincoln will refer to it as "I'm going to the track tonight," especially older generation. I know a lot of people in my age group, obviously, when they talk about they're going to go to Bally's, they're going to go to the casino tonight, they talk about "I'm going to the track." Just kind of a Rhode Islandism, if you will, which is sort of interesting. Dog racing eventually was outlawed and shut down in May 14th, 2010 by Governor Don Carcieri and the General Assembly of the state of Rhode Island. In 1992, while dog racing is going on, in 1992, video slots are introduced, and they're introduced into Lincoln Greyhound Park. That was the established facility that had legalized gambling. Thus, that's where the video slots were determined to be placed. This was approved by a state referendum voted by Rhode Island voters and approved, as I said, in 1992. This was the first expansion into gambling as far as casino type games. So this became very popular, and video slots quickly replaced the dogs as the go-to games and type of betting that people wanted to do. Much expansion happened along the way as far as not only expanding the number of slot machines, but expanding the square footage and the operation and the facilities there at Lincoln. So many iterations went on from starting in 1992 to what you see today. As I said before, there were a lot of iterations and expansion of gambling here in Rhode Island, starting in 1992 with the introduction of video slot machines. In 2013, table games were legalized and brought into the Bally's casinos, both in Twin River, Lincoln, and Tiverton. This would be really the final chapter of what casinos look like here in Rhode Island prior to sports betting and the digital age. So let's talk about sports betting and the digital age here in Rhode Island. In 1991, Congress passed the Professional and Amateur Sports Protection Act. That basically prohibited any sports betting in states other than Nevada. Obviously, Las Vegas did have a legal sports book, and you were able to place sports bets in Las Vegas. Could not do that in any other state um, due to this PASPA, as they called it, law. And this was something that was done not only with Congress, but stakeholders really were involved with this. And what I mean by that is the pro leagues, NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, really all got behind this and did not want to see states legalize sports. Big part of that was, keeping the integrity of the game intact. So sports betting was not allowed for many years. However, in 2018, the United States Supreme Court strikes down PASPA. There were various appeals to this law during the years, and finally in 2018, the Supreme Court, in a 6-3 vote, struck it down, thus making states able to legalize sports betting. In June 2018, sports betting in Rhode Island is legalized. In November of 2018, Rhode Island is one of the first New England states to permit sports betting at the Twin River Casino, now Bally's. In 2019, mobile sports app is approved for 18 years old minimum age. This is the first foray into what I had referenced as the digital age, where the digital world of technology meets gambling. So the sports book app is approved, as I said, in 2019. This is for 18 years old and older that can play, download the app, and sports bet. And then in June of 2023, Rhode Island becomes the seventh state to legalize iGaming. This is virtual gaming, gambling on your phone, tablet, laptop, any mobile device. This is a virtual casino, basically, again, on your devices. April of 2024, iGaming does go live here in Rhode Island. So, an important distinction between the iGaming app and mobile sports app is that iGaming app is 21 years old minimum age to use, as opposed to the sports app, which is 18. So we have quite a rich history, don't we? All the way back to 1947 in horse racing, through all the years, 77 years later to 2024, where we are today, uh, and what we have available for gambling, and the places, and even the proximity, including, to this day, where we're able to download mobile apps and have gambling at our hands. So that's the 5-minute introductory cliff notes, if you will, of the history of gambling in Rhode Island. This webinar will continue as part of our Problem Gambling Awareness Month campaign. There'll be various experts, as I said, stakeholders, people with lived experience, talking about issues on problem gambling and responsible gambling. We hope you enjoy it and learn from it.